It's Pablo's Rap of the Week.
This week we found out the 12-kilometre race-off Damo versus Pablo with Perth Wildcats. Damian Martin was going to be cancelled due to Australian basketball commitments.
The camp starts next week and it goes for 8 days, which rules me out of the run up in Karratha. So all of this banter, me trying to talk it up about our race, and unfortunately I'm going to have to pull the plug. And this is my excuse. It turns out I'm actually just afraid. I couldn't handle the defeat that was pending. But so I'm lucky enough to be in the squad of 17 to try and represent Australia at the World Championships.
What I'm hearing from you is that you'd rather represent Australia in basketball than face me on the running track. Is that true?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's more of I've got to go over there and trial. You're right. I have begged and pleaded with the Australian coach to take me in the camp because the feedback I've been getting is you've been out on the track, you've been sprinting, you've been working on your form, and I was no chance of beating you. So lucky enough, I've come up with a legitimate excuse.
We caught up with actor and it girl Casey Burgess to find out how her Dry July mission was going.
Oh, it's been amazing. And there's just those few little things you notice during the week, like Monday mornings, not a struggle to wake up. My skin feels clearer. I don't have sort of dark circles under my eyes, so I'm using a lot less makeup, which is, such money being saved. And at the same time, raising money.
This week, Contiki founder and former CEO John Anderson joined us on the show, and he shared with us the fascinating history and story behind the company.
And I arrived into London with no money. I got there, and I had to find a way to see Europe. And I thought the best way was to get a group of other young people together, because we could share costs, and we could camp to save on accommodation and cook our own meals. So in a nutshell, I put down an itinerary of all the places that I wanted to see in Europe, and I put up a notice and said, look, I'm running this tour around Europe, and I've only got 2 seats left. Of course, I had nobody booked or no bus or anything. And somebody tapped me on the shoulder, having read the notice, and said, I'd like to come on your tour. So I booked them there and then slowly filled up a little bus. Still had no bus, no money. And to cut a long story short, I thought when I got back from the first trip, if I did, why didn't I take the bus round again, which I did.
And lastly, Rourke Walsh gave some sound relationship advice after I'd gotten myself in the bad books.
Look, to be honest, it's really a bridge that you'd want to mend pretty quick. You do work in radio, there's a reason for that. People don't have to see your face very often, and to be perfectly honest, you're doing very, very well for yourself, so you probably want to get out there and just get on the front foot and get those apologies happening pretty quick.